Okay, good morning or good afternoon, dear Ontario International Development Agency, as the organizers of the 18th International Conference on Sustainable Development 2023. On this happy occasion, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Haryono. I'm a doctoral candidate from Trisakti University, Indonesia, with majoring public policy. And this morning, Indonesian local time, in the next 15 minutes, intend to deliver my paper presentation with number ref 032 USA 23 entitled Indonesian Banking Policy in the Digital Era and its Impact on Competition in the Banking Industry. First, we want to executive summary. This is we want to state the background. This is first the role of digitalization, and then technological developments have changed most human life. And third is the development of information technology in the banking sector. We know the fact that the main policies taken by the government and the regulators in anticipating these changes must have an impact on the existence and competitions of banks, especially entering the Bank 5.0 era. In several developed countries, digital banking contributes to improve banking performance. This is also aligned with improved banking performance in Indonesia. The study aims is to analyze the impact of technology disruptions and banking digitalization and the role of the government in the competitions of the banking industry and also the national economy. We use the methodology quantitative approach. It was chosen to analyze secondary data from various individual bank reports. This is the era 2017 to 2022, using econometric methods with a panel data model. We see the result. We just summarize that the 5 banks that dominate market shares during 2000s data, we use the data 2017 and until 2023 period are Bank BRI, Bank Mandiri, Bank BCA, Bank BNI, and Bank Niaga. And then the second, company size, capital adequacy ratio, loan deposit ratio, and net interest margin have a positive and significant effect on achieving banking efficiency that provides digital banking services. And meanwhile, non-performing loans, BOPO, third-party funds have no effect. And then third, corporate governance has been proven to have a positive effect on achieving banking efficiency that provides digital banking service. And last, regulatory change require the identification of a system change or the emergence of risks in the banking and financial services market. With few exceptions, regulators are clearly not innovators, and therefore the regulators' response to innovations is to see it as a risk to banking and financial markets. This is the trend. Increasing digitalization is increasingly contributing to global productivity. The emergence of the digital economy and the digital transformations has placed services as the main growth factor to meet consumer demand. And then what are the issues? The issues is there are still many obstacles on the organizational side, such as structural, systematic, or strategic aspect of the organization, risk of abuse, network infrastructures, gaps, and others. And then emergence of risk in data problems, a supportive regulatory framework is needed. This is because the more efficient a bank is, the more effective the implementation of monetary policy will be. This research, our objective is to examine and analyze the impact of the banking digitalization trend on banking competition and efficiency, as well as strategies for facing competition in the service industry finance in the banking era. We go through the theoretical foundation. Bank transformation is defined as a change in form, strategy, culture, business, technology, and bank processes in a better direction in responding to the future challenges, resulting in greater profitability. Even though it also encourages disruption in the banking industry, the transformation can provide new and better solutions to help manage the financial problem. And then underlying banking transformation factors, there are 5 factors. First is financial innovation, and then a second technical changes such as the availability of ATMs, information exchange process, telecommunication, human resource skills, liberalization, competitions, and last regulatory changes. From the description above, it can be said that banking transformation is a process of change carried out by banks, which is motivated by various conditions or factors that trigger it. One of is related to the technology and influence how banks carry out their function. And we focus to the banking efficiency. Ultimately, this will lead to high bank efficiency. Safian and Muzaffar Haddad and Lid and us see that there are 2 approaches to measuring banking efficiency, namely the production and intermediation approaches. According to Kwan, the intermediation approach is widely used in bank efficiency research because it includes interest expense, which amount to half or 2/3 of total banking costs. This is what the KPI which used in our econometric data. This is with banking performance, include return on asset and return on equity. And then the other is BOPO. According to Bank Indonesia regulation, BOPO is a comparison between total operating cost and total operating income. This is what we have to do. The digital strategy, there are many approaches to conducting digital strategy, but essentially they are go through 4 steps. First is identify opportunities and challenges in the online asset business that can provide solution. Second, identify unmet needs and goals and external stakeholders closest to key business opportunities and or challenges. Third, develop a vision of how online assets will meet the needs, goals, opportunities, and challenges of those business and external stakeholders. And the last, prioritize a series of online initiatives that can make this vision a reality. This is 2 dimensions. There are 2 dimensions, the motor of digital transformation. First is external pressures for change. This consists of changes in consumer desires, respond to competitive pressure, maintain a long-term competitive position, increase competition due to public regulation. The end of the system life cycle, companies are expected to anticipate the future needs, globalization, innovation by startup. And the second dimension is internal pressures for change. This consists of find new source of growth, find ways to lower costs, promotion to top management vision, declining sales and financial pressure, and efforts to improve efficiency, productivity, innovation, corporate social responsibility, and other public. This is what we state that this is empirical studies with the body if said that if a company can increase customer commitment, to the product, it will create opportunity for customer to have repeat interaction. And then the importance of the relationship between consumers and the banks. And bank size also influence efficiency with kind of research. And LDR, loan to deposit ratio, is also considered to be one of the determinant factors of the level of banking efficiency. And then deposit variable has a significant effect on efficiency. The net interest margin variable has a significant effect on efficiency. The good corporate governance variable has a significant effect on efficiency, and the efficiency variable has a significant effect on banking competition. This is our research methodology with a quantitative approach using panel data regression analysis. This is to analyze and examine the determinants of banking efficiency, performance, and profitability. The type of source data is used is secondary data with the research year 2017 until 2021. The population used in this research will 107 banks consisting of 4 government banks, 26 regional development banks, 69 national private banks, 8 foreign banks, and the data period taken is 2017 and 2021. Data per period, per quarter. To estimate model parameter with panel data, there are several techniques: fixed coefficient over time and individuals, common effect, or ordinary least square. There are 2 regression models as below. This is the model 1 and model 2. And we come to the model selection and hypothesis test. This is model selections with a Chow test with a result and efficiency model with a FEM, and then a model competitive result with the CHEM, and the Hausman test is result a model efficiency result in the FEM, and the LM test results with the FEM. If we see the hypothesis test, the result is efficiency model as a goodness of fit model. And then the factors influencing competitions are complex. And from the, this is R2 coefficient determinations test. And this is a global test. The result is the efficiency model proved to have at least include independent variables that had a significant effect on the dependent variable. And then if you see the T partial test with the model efficiency, the result is efficiency will further increase the competitiveness of the banking industry. This is the summary of the result. This is a hypothesis development. There are 9 hypotheses, and this we result summary with 9 variable. It consists of size, NPL, CAR, loan to deposit ratio, BOPO, funding, net interest margin, good corporate governance, and efficiency. This is the model efficiency coefficient T-stats per value. This is the hypothesis. And this is the impact of each variable. And this is the analysis. From 9 variable, there are 6 that impact positively with the efficiency. This was size, capital adequacy ratio, loan to deposit ratio, and then net interest margin, and good corporate governance. The others is not significantly impact. This is a non-performing loan, BOPO, and funding. From this research, there are discussion analysis that the test result on the efficiency mode for hypothesis 1 result in the that company size was proven to have a significant positive effect. And then a larger size achieve higher efficiency. And then a positive relationship between companies with a higher size, which will result a higher efficiency. And the fourth, achieving the level of banking efficiency can be seen from the bank's ability to manage its business process. And last, total asset as a proxy for firm size can be proven to stimulate the achievement of the level of efficiency possessed by banks that provide digital service. We have jumped to the conclusion, some conclusions obtained from the research of this research that banks that provide digital bank service dominate the bank market share in Indonesia. There are 5 banks that we mentioned before. And then company size, capital equity ratio, loan to deposit ratio, net interest margin, and good corporate governance are proven to have a significant effect on achieving banking efficiency. And third, regulatory change required an identification of system change, emergence of risk banking and financial services. With a few exceptions, regulators are clearly not innovators, and therefore the regulators' response to innovation is to see it as a risk to banking and financial market. Then the last is a suggestion, some suggestion from the result of this research, because the research is limited to the banks that provide digital banking services. For further research to be more comprehensive, it is necessary to conduct comparative research based on book bank groups as well as group providing digital banking and non-digital banking services. Second, regulators need to encourage leaders of banking institutions to focus on technology based on digital native supervisor rather than process based on policies and regulation. And third, to support bank competitiveness and innovation, adjustments are needed to the licensing mechanism and classification or product or activities that banks can carry out. And last but not least, it's hoped that banking policies and regulations that have been and will be issued in the future will provide space for innovation and continue to prioritize prudential aspects so that banking ability can always be well maintained. This is the end of my presentation, and thanks that hopefully our presentation, our paper can provide benefits and input for developments in the development of innovative ideas to make the world better. Have a good day and thank you very much.